Chris Beck was a Navy SEAL and was deployed a number of times, including serving at points on SEAL Team 6, one of the most elite teams of SEALs. They were the ones who were given some of the hardest and most challenging missions to accomplish. He was deployed 13 times. He received more than 50 medals and ribbons for his service. He had been in the Navy for 20 years. And while in the Navy, became aware of a gender dysphoric experience and began the work of transitioning while still in the Navy. Chris Beck, who had changed his name to Kristen and now is changing back to Chris, said that I was used. I was very naive. I was in a really bad way and I got taken advantage of. I got propagandized. I got used badly by a lot of people who had knowledge way beyond me. They knew what they were doing and I didn't. Going on to speak, he says, there are thousands of gender clinics being put up all over America. As soon as kids go in and say, I'm a tomboy or this makes me feel comfortable, a psychologist says, oh, you're transgender. And then the next day you're on hormones, the same hormones they're using for medical castration of pedophiles. Now they're giving this to healthy 13-year-olds. Beck said that when he began transitioning, he went in for an hour-long meeting at the Veterans Affairs to be offered hormones. He said, I walked into a psychologist's office and in one day I have a letter in my hand saying I was transgender. I was authorized for hormone. I was authorized all this other stuff.
And
I had so much going.
What's crazy to me is to hear that he went through Navy SEAL training and all of that and came out and was still not even 13 years old. That's just insane. I don't know. I don't understand how these adults that make adult decisions and go through transition and then regret it, go back and now blame everybody else and then make the claim that professionals are doing this to 13-year-olds. You were not 13 years old when you went through this. Your experience is not that of 13-year-olds. Let's look at what's going on with 13-year-olds. Fine. Let's look at the procedures there and all of that. But to say that you went through this as much later in life as an adult and regret it and say that this is being pushed on kids is just completely out of line.